Congratulations, congratulations. You completed that application for a CDCR officer in California. Well, let's get you ready and steady for your career as a California Correctional Officer. Let's go. Congratulations on completing that long application. Wasn't that crazy? I'm impressed though with CDCR new application process. I had to help someone get their application going, and boy, they had everything in order, and you can see exactly what you need to get done and what's incomplete, which made it real easy, but oh my God, evasive to say the least. But that's CDCR, and if you made it through that application, I must say, congratulations. They all in the business, but you made it. You got accepted. You got accepted. You got accepted. Well, hello. Well, I am Dolores from Urban Influence. This is my YouTube channel, and I'm here to get you ready and steady for the academy. Everything you need to know before you go to the academy. I get that question an awful lot. What do we do while we're waiting to go to the academy? Well, cadets, I'm here to get you ready for the academy. This is just my opinion on if I had to start over again, what I would do and how I would perceive things before I went into the academy. That would have made my journey a lot easier, because the academy will not be easy for some of you. Okay, so, but others will fly through it because they have been in the military and they know how to work in a structured environment. Others were just coming off the street as civilians into a very controlled environment, so it can be a little intimidating. So I'm here to get you ready before the academy. Some things you got to think about and do and prepare before the academy. Stay tuned. And then there's a whole nother world inside as the Department of Correction inside the prison. So before you even attempt to go to the academy, let's check our mental state of the perceptions of how we view people, life, love, and liberty right now. Just check yourself as you go around talking, viewing, thinking, watching TV. How would you rate yourself? Okay, so I'm going to read off some stress management techniques. You know, all the usual, but you can't say I didn't tell you to practice before you go to the academy some of these stress management techniques. And then at the end, I'll show you why I think these techniques will work for you now and in your future career with CDCR. Hold tight. Deep breathing meditation. Mindful meditation. Physical activity helps keep your mind clear. What else? It says hobbies and interests. Do you have any hobbies or interests now before the academy? And if you do, keep those hobbies and interests going. You're going to need them to keep your mind clear. Department of Corrections is an emotional job. So I need to prepare you before you get to the academy on how you should perceive items and people and situations so that you don't get caught up in some unnecessary issues at the beginning of your career, hopefully to not have issues in your career. See, because I think for Department of Corrections, it's the way you perceive your work. If you perceive your work it's personal. It will become personal. If you perceive your work that you produce for the Department of Corrections as being a business, a profession that you do well, you will do well. So it is an emotional job. So I want you to prepare before you go to the academy about your emotional state. Are you dealing with reality or fantasy about the way you perceive life, love, and liberty? Okay, that's one item that you will have to start assessing with yourself before you go to the academy. How do you perceive life, love, and liberty? Are you for everyone to live happily, love happily, and marry who they want happily? Or do you have your own biases, opinions about everyone, that everyone should have a certain way of living? If that is the case, the Department of Correction might not be for you, because you're gonna be in a whole nother world. We have a world out here as civilian. Let's see, positive visualization. People are fond of what do you call those vision boards. I like a good calendar to write all my to-dos and accomplishments down. That helps me keep my house and my job in order. Let's see, journaling. Journaling, I wish I had more time for, but journaling is very helpful, especially if you are into it already. It's good to express your feelings on paper, and that you won't have to display it outwardly. And when you get to work or in a presence of your family, you can journal some of your feelings now. That's a helpful hobby to try to start now. It will help. It's important to have people that keep you motivated to keep going around you now, because you're going to need that support to keep you going when you enter into the academy and into your facility. Be sure to stream out any negative people, input, images, music that really throw you into a bad mood for no reason, because this time is the time for you to get to know yourself. If you get to know yourself before you hit the academy, a lot of the drama, anxiety, irritations, issues, and cases that will happen if you go in there without a vision of who you are. Okay, keep your family and friends. Professional counseling is helpful, very helpful, and CDCR, once you enter the academy, will help you with professional counseling. They have a lot of resources for you. Sometimes you just use your eyes when you're at home and let your eyes tell you what has happened. Don't let your mind tell you what's happening. Let your eyes tell you what's happening, because your eyes is telling you the truth sometimes, and your mind is making up a story sometimes. So you want to prepare yourself before you enter the academy of being aware of what you're seeing and what you're perceiving as real, fantasy, delusional. It's important to recognize if you're the delusional one, is what I want to figure out right now before you enter the academy. Can you listen with your eyes? Just listen. Don't make a judgment call, because your judgment call might be wrong. Those are some of the techniques that you can practice before you enter the academy. It's going to help you in a lot of ways. Hold tight. Well, the inmates stay physically fit, so you will probably want to stay physically fit too, okay? Every officer wants to be in the best health as they work in Department of Corrections. But to me, being in the top health, being in the strongest position you can possibly be, does not always save you or help you in your career as a CDC officer, the biggest muscle you have is between your brain. It really is. I don't care if you're the heaviest, out of shape officer, but if you're a smart officer, you will succeed and you will accomplish the job that needs to be done because you used your brain, not your body. But it is important to stay in shape. The inmates stay in shape. So we're going to stay in shape because we're going to stay in shape because the job requires it. It requires that we stay in shape to be ready. So we ain't got to get ready. Stay ready so we ain't got to get ready. It will become a physical job at times. Emotional, physical, stressing. And your body needs to be in shape to handle all that. You'll be moving a lot, sweating. Some of the environments will not be air conditioned or be too cold or too hot. It's going to be one or the other. In prison, there rarely is everything's comfortable. If you end up with a prison like that, you're just lucky, but it's usually extreme to the next extreme. So stand, keeping your body in shape, your hydration in shape before you go to the academy. You will continue to do that as your years and your career grows. Because the inmates stay in shape, so you must get in shape. But don't worry about, I'm overweight, I'm short, I'm tall, I have a disability. That is not the main focus. It's your mind. Okay, your mind, your body will follow your mind. And I think the strongest part about completing the academy is having heart. Do you have heart? Heart will keep your feet moving and will keep your journey going. So you must develop that strong heart to not quit, and you will do well at the academy and in your career. Do you have the heart to not quit? That's all it boils down to for the academy to stay in shape and to be a CO in the career. Do you have the heart to stay in the grind, in the trenches, in the middle of the prison, and be there for your partners, be there for your staff? You are a protector for the inmates. Do you have the heart to be there in the trenches? So you need your heart, your mind, and I think the physical, being in the toughest shape, comes third. That's my opinion as a woman. If you agree, comment down below. If you disagree, comment down below and let me know what's your number 1, 2, and 3 number 1 topics and importance of being a successful correctional officer. To me is your mind, your heart, and then your physical. Okay, physical does not matter because it fluctuates up and down. It gets better, it gets worse. But if your mind stays strong and your mind keeps getting stronger, you will succeed. You keep teaching yourself and learning, you will succeed and grow. Your heart got to be in it because you got to care about what you're doing, and you're not going to let nothing, nothing get in the way of you completing your job as an officer of the California Department of Corrections. You are a public service. You are a safety officer. People rely on you. So you got to have a heart for that. You know what I mean? You got to have the stamina to stand up to people and let them know it's okay. I got you. You can feel safe with me. Let's get this going now with people you live with. Do they feel safe with you? Do they feel confident with you? You know, do people in your immediate circle feel like you have enough knowledge to make it through this journey? Or do you have the heart? Because it's not about the money. You might get in there and realize you didn't have the mind or the heart, and the money just don't matter. So please take your time to assess yourself. You see will take your breath away. What you hear will disturb you. What you smell alert you. All your senses matter as a human being when you're working in the human business. We're still celebrating. I'm so serious all the time. Jumped into my officer phase, but we're still celebrating. If you're finding this material very helpful, please hit the like button and hit subscribe. I have 3 more videos coming up that is going to be all before the academy, and I want to just get you ready. This is a video that is really true to my heart. It's been asked of me for a while now since I became an influencer, and I am here to give it my best shot as an officer who's retired to get you ready and steady for your new career. So if you're liking this content, please hit the like button, comment down below of any techniques that you might be practicing right now that could be helpful for any officer, new, retired, or still in the business. Please comment down below. This can be our space to talk about all the issues that we are going through in CDCR. Please comment down below. To be mentally prepared for CDCR, I believe that you will need to exercise all of your senses. Your eyes, your nose, your mouth, and your ear. So mental preparedness is one of the biggest challenges to get yourself mentally prepared. But let's get your nose, your eyes, and your ears, and your mouth prepared. Take a deep breath. As a woman working in Department of Corrections, I use my nose a lot, to find what energy is in the room, what illegal substances is in the room, it tells me a lot from the smells in a prison because you're so confined. So taking deep breaths while you're at home and seeing if you can identify what you're smelling around you. Listen, be quiet and listen. See if you can hear. I have excellent hearing for some reason. My eyes are not that very good, but my hearing is excellent. It's because I have trained myself to listen far beyond what's standing in front of me. Listening for things at my neighbor's home across the street helps you prepare for CDCR, because the hands is quicker than the eyes. So you're going to have to listen, and you're going to have to use all your senses to be able to decipher what just happened right in front of you. So breathe, listen, look, use your eyes. Sometimes you just use your eyes when you're at home and let your eyes tell you what has happened. Don't let your mind tell you what's happening. Let your eyes tell you what's happening. Because your eyes is telling you the truth sometimes, and your mind is making up a story sometimes. So you want to prepare yourself before you enter the academy of being aware of what you're seeing and what you're perceiving as real, fantasy, delusional. It's important to recognize if you're the delusional one, is what I want to figure out right now before you enter the academy.